So, hi kids. People ask us a lot about how we decide on the songs that we're going to do. About half the songs that we do are written by us, but about half the songs we do are written by other people. There's just so many great songs out there, we can't pass them up. And this is one of them that we're going to do for you right now. We were down in Kerrville, Texas, playing at the Kerrville festival, folk festival down there. And Tom Kimmel was on stage playing. Now, we were in completely different worlds. Completely different worlds. Rich was sitting out front in the audience to see what it sounded like out there, and I was backstage. They have nice monitors, and you can hear very well backstage, so I was watching from backstage. And both of us, though, simultaneously decided, we heard this song and just
a train's going by. You hear it? You can hear it in the background.
Hear that train coming around there. We live very close to the railroad tracks. Not many trains running these days. Not as many. It's a commuter train. But it still is a comforting sound to hear, isn't it? Anyway, so here we are. We just heard this song, and both of us separately just said, that's the next song we're going to learn. Now, it's not that we'd never heard the song before. We had heard the song before. Tom Kimmel and our friend Buddy Mondlock had written this song, and I'd always admired this song, but it was just that moment when you just knew that was the next thing you needed to learn.
The goosebump factor.
Yeah, it's the way it works. Now, it did take us forever to actually get it right.
There'll probably be like a break after this introduction, and when we do the song, and that means we didn't get it right on the first take. So watch for that if it happens.
But we love this song.
But we we'll have to learn it every time we play it. This song actually was I think we told the story about when we started doing Patreon. We should have started 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, because we were hanging out with Jack Williams, at Jack and Judy's house, and we were talking about doing Patreon, and we're sitting around the table and we're talking. For some reason, this song came up, and Jack said, "That should be your first recording. That should be your first
Just
video."
Just go sit down and do
that. So here
song.
it is. 2.5 years later, we'll try to give it a go. So.
Give it a try. This is a song called "Poetic Justice."
So I was not the one you wanted. You can see I'm reconciled. Must you be so disappointed? Can you not carry on in style? Is it too much to say we loved hard till the world fell back in place and left us where we are? And I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate, while the whole palace slept and I never rang the bell. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. When the fortune wheel is spinning, luck is fortune's dirty joke, and the player's chance of winning is diminished by his hope. Can't you laugh just to think of the gold we had running through our heads we were on a roll? And I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate and declare what was mine I stole from someone else. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. It's hard to tell why the solid ground surprised us when we fell. And it's hard to say it's life and death, with just so many bitter words beneath your breath. Is it too much to say we loved hard till the world fell back in place and left us where we are? And I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate, while the whole palace slept. I never rang the bell. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. And I feel like the king when the queen loses hope and the crowd rushes in to raise the gallows pole and declare what they must do. I'm doing to myself, well, if that's poetic justice, how can anybody tell? Buddy and Tom.